Bom dia. How are we doing this fine Tuesday afternoon? Here we are. Let's give a quick round of applause to Panda for always being here, always being able to assist, especially with a huge change that's happening right now on my live streams. If you're watching now, you're seeing this for the first time on Kick, YouTube, and Facebook. How's it going, Panda? How's Nick doing? Thank you for being here to help out, by the way. I imagine a lot of this might be troubleshooting technical stuff, but we'll roll with the punches and figure it out as we need to. In fact, really quickly, I'm going to go through each platform and make sure that everything is operating at the very least. I'm sure you're able to see it, but I'm going to check for myself just so I know for sure. I think I have everything figured out for the most part. Thank you so much, Panda. Just save this. I still need to go live here on TikTok, but again, things are a little out of the ordinary. So let me hop on over to Kick first. Since I've never been live on Kick except for a test stream I did a while back. I go to my channel. Nice. All right, looks like it's working. Demir, how are you? Good to see you. It's going great. I'm happy to be live on more places than one. I have to say that. How are you doing? How's your summer? So Restream connects your broadcast to your other platforms. It does. You send the stream to Restream, and it will send it to every other platform. I wish I could show you the interface here. I get a specific viewer count for each platform, which I think is really cool. Actually, I can do this. 3.7 to browse. I just remembered. I don't have my streamer bot set up. That's okay. We'll do it the good old-fashioned way. Okay, so if I bring this over, you see this is my OBS. In the top left, you've got Facebook. You have Kick. Kick is still working on more implementation for their platform. And then YouTube shows the viewer count right there. You can edit all the titles, excuse me, from this page. But I prefer to do it on the website and on each platform individually because they all have their own unique requirements. Panda, thank you so much for the like over on Facebook. Really, really means the world to me. That reminds me, I want to cover something very quickly in regards to alerts. And let me go live on TikTok here as well, just to get this show on the road. So we have every platform going at once. So TikTok is a little different. It prefers that you use their proprietary live studio. So the chats aren't connected in the same way as these others, but I have more real estate on my other screen now that we don't have as many Twitch elements on screen. So I can now put both chats side by side and keep track of everything. It's actually very nice. Summer's been amazing. That's fantastic to hear, Demir. I'm very happy that you're having a great summer. My summer is going good as well. I'm excited to teach parkour summer camp in the upcoming month, as well as theater classes for summer. So looking forward to that. And then when the esports season starts up again, working with the youngins. Always have a good time with that. Okay, so I can see all chats from YouTube, but nowhere else, just FYI. Interesting. So I can see all chats from YouTube. So you're saying that all the chats are going to YouTube, or they're not going out platforms? What do you mean? There was something else I wanted to show you guys here. I'm trying to remember. Just a quick reminder. We will be playing some Star Wars today. So Demir, the game that you saw me playing on the last stream you were here for, that's where I'll be continuing. And hopefully we'll finally make it off of this intergalactic gas station, the Paragus mining facility. That's what I was going to do. I wanted to verify that each stream looked okay. So I'm on Kick right now. Everything looks great. I'm going to switch over to YouTube, see how that looks. Also, if you are on TikTok, the layout is a little bit different. I've now changed it to the vertical format, so it should be a little easier on the eyes, especially if you're used to scrolling on TikTok. There we go. Now I just go to go live, and we check the broadcast on this end. So Restream is funneling all chats. So if I can chat from Kick, YouTube viewers can also see it. If from Kick and Facebook, I cannot see. I see. So YouTube can see everyone else. Let me see if I can adjust that. So I go to settings here. I go to bot. Relay mode is turned on. Relay mode automatically forwards all incoming chat messages from each platform to all the other active platforms set up in Restream. All Restream IO bots will be promoted to moderators on relay supported channels. So maybe the problem is I haven't moderated the bot on every platform. So look, the reality is a lot of this stuff you can't test out until you go live. As much as I try to make it, showbiz once we're here, we're going to spend this first stream probably doing a little bit of troubleshooting. So bear with me as we get that set up. So we've got the relay mode bot set up here. I'm going to go over to, let's start with Kick. I think I have to mod Restream on Kick. Oh, actually, here, we're on YouTube right now. So I'm going to check the moderator list on my YouTube channel. And from there, we'll go to the other ones. Thank you for helping me out with this, Panda. It's very, very useful. YouTube definitely gets all the chats. Okay, thank you, Alex. So I go to customize channel. I would show you guys the screen. I'm afraid it's going to pull up some emails or stream keys or something. So alas, you get to stare at my mug while I troubleshoot. We're going to go to settings and community. There we go. So we have the Restream bot set up on YouTube, which makes sense. That's why YouTube is receiving all the chats. And then for Kick, actually, let's do Facebook because Facebook should be an easy fix. I go to my Facebook and I go to, switch now. I literally have every stream tabbed and going back and forth checking everything for you as well on Restream. Panda is the real MVP. I swear to God, there's going to be a viral video one day, and it's going to be called The Greatest Live Moderator of All Time. And that's going to be a whole memoir about Panda. Okay, so I see you here, and I see 3 comments on Facebook. Now, the real question is, can I manage the live stream? Or can I moderate from the live stream? Live. Here's what we'll do. So we go to posts. The heck is all that stuff? Live video. Okay, it shows live now. View post. Stuff. Live. Did I just see Kenneth Unger in the chat? Yo, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, great talking on the phone the other day. I'm glad we were able to catch up. For any of you who don't know, Kenneth, well, it's not his real name, but I don't know if he wants me to use his real name. That's what he's had since high school. But Kenneth and I have been friends since high school. Didn't put two and two together. And he lives out of state from me, but we've stayed in contact and he's been a real homie for all of that time. So I'm glad to see you in chat. We're just working on some troubleshooting right now, trying to get the stream up and running. Memoirs of a Panda. Very, very exquisite. And about being provided with the life that you deserve. Edit post. Here we go. Aha. Okay, I think we got it. So now I'm in the editing page for YouTube. Is there a settings for bots? Can we add moderators? Stream. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pull up this page because it just shows the stream key straight up. It doesn't even hide it. Panda, it looks like Demir saw the chat. It threw me for a loop when you said Nicole, but I realized your name on YouTube is Nicole. So comments, live tab, interactivity, chat bot. Here we go. We're making headway. So here's my chat bot. There should be a section where we can add moderators. How do we add moderators? Let me look that up real quick. Add moderator face first result. Insane. I doxed myself by chatting from I mean, that's the problem with how each platform develops separately. How to add people to your ad account. Or let's say specifically Facebook Live. How to add a community manager to Facebook gaming. So what that means is YouTube can see everyone else's chat, but the other chats can't see each other, is what I'm understanding. Moderators, not community, can no longer perform live stream moderation and chat. Messages from personal profiles will no longer have moderation badges. Creators that have previously had moderator status in the classic page experience need to be invited as community managers, which is available in the settings tab of the streamer dashboard. Okay. So we go to settings, stream, viewer, comments, live tab. Okay, well, that doesn't exactly narrow it down. If you already have designated community managers in a classic page experience, these roles should still be designated on one of those users after the transition to a new page experience. The new pages experience is not available for all page, of course. How to add a community manager. I see. Maybe I have to go back to the primary page for it. Rome, I can't stay for long. I wanted to say hi. Have a nice rest of your day, bro. Likewise to you too, Demir. Thank you for coming through. It's always a pleasure to see you in chat and stop by and say hi. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer, and I look forward to seeing you in the next stream when you have a chance. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, so we're here. I think we hit this settings button. And no, that's just the new pages experience. Is that it? People with Facebook access. I don't know. There's lots of people with Facebook access. Why are you asking me that? People with task access. Community managers. Here we go. All right. So Panda is currently added. Add a community manager. Let's try typing in restream bot. May not be possible yet. You know, it may work with Twitch because Twitch has an easy way for you to add bots and whatnot, but it may not work with these other ones. Oh, this is something I can write down. Hey Siri, remind me to set up Restream bot moderation for Kick and Facebook. Sweet. So that's that. We'll check quick, very briefly, and then I'm going to jump straight into the game because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I want to see how the quality looks across all the platforms. We go to Kick, then we go to channel or creator dashboard. Mute myself. Don't hear me twice. And if host channels, community, moderators. Oh, I need to add you, Panda. I need to add you. Also, go to my channel. Also, you followed Panda, but it didn't play the. Oh, I think it. So there's a bug where if you type in chat before you hit the follow button, it doesn't necessarily work. But there's a browser extension to fix that, so I may end up using that later. Well, you better, or I'll shake my fist in your general direction. I'm on it. I'm on it. Okay, so I see you, PandaCat915. Ban. Yes. Mute. Yes. Timeout. Yes. I'm kidding. No. Oh, don't worry, Panda. I had the same issue. And I just went to a website that said convert image PX, and I was able to get it. It looks a little stretched out, but it works in the meantime, and I can always change it later. Okay. It's Panda Cat 915. Add. And then we also want to add Restream bot. In fact, let's just search it. So we go here, add new. Is it Restream bot? Let me verify. I don't want to make sure I'm not adding random thing. I'm glad I didn't. This is just some random page. We go back to. Let's just Google Restream bot. Restream chat relay. Excellent. Everyone has their preferred viewing with Restream chat relay mode. Let me close these other ones since I'm not going to be looking at them right now. Start by opening Restream chat. Okay, you turn on the relay mode, obviously. Note, some platforms may not have chat support or may accommodate future functions only based on their permission. To see a relevant list of supported platforms and features, check. Aha, here we go. Unfollows. So Twitch. All right. YouTube, everything works. Perfect. Facebook. So this explains it. You can read, you can reply, but you cannot relay, which means, so relay is the indicator that it will go to the other chats. So simply not supported right now, which is fine. It means that we don't have to worry about it. Discord is interesting. Maybe we should stream to Discord as well. That would be kind of cool. Maybe on the next stream we'll do that. LinkedIn. All right, guys. I think this restream thing's not going to work out. I really wanted to cover LinkedIn. Whatever. It is what it is. Trovo has no relay mode. I find that very surprising. Kick, as it currently stands, you can read chat messages, but you cannot reply to them, and it cannot be relayed to Kick. So just to clarify, all of these platforms can, when it says relay, it means that's if the other platforms can be read there, if that makes sense. So because YouTube has relay on, it means everything else that has read can be seen on YouTube, if that makes sense. So the only ones that you actually can are Twitch, YouTube, DLive, and Discord, whatever DLive is. That's interesting. 1K likes. Okay, I'm out. How's it going, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing my first restream setup right now, so I'm streaming on multiple platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Kick. I've got to get used to saying those 4 names. And so it's a little bit of maintenance right now, but I appreciate the likes, man. Seriously. I wish I could see them. I suppose I have to pull this up in order to see them. Wow, what a beast. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, shall we, guys? Shall we move on? Are we ready to play some real games? The reason why we actually came here. Panda, again, thank you so much for helping with this. And I'm glad I found this sheet because it helps alleviate some of the issues that I thought I was running into. It just so happens that they're not supported yet, which it's fine. I think the fact that I can read all the chats in one place is great. And if people want to get the best experience, it just comes down to where their preferred streaming area is, you know? If you want to read all the chats, then be on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, be on Kick. And if you're a boomer, be on Facebook. I'm just kidding. All respect to Facebook. That's where I started, 2010, my first social media. I'm not going to judge. I was there. Yeah, I'm on lunch and seen that you were streaming before. How's work going, dude? Okay, I think we're ready. Let's get this show on the road. Hey Siri, remind me to add StreamerBot voice commands to YouTube. Actually, check this out. I might have already done this and I just forgot I set it up. Let's see. Okay, that's connected. 3.7 to in-game. Aha. I'm smarter than I look. Okay. Here we go. Let's play some Star Wars. Alex, how are you doing today, man? Are you streaming at all later? I already know there's no game sound. That's okay. Easy fix. Here. And we go to game. This button. Actually, it might work automatically when I relaunch it. There we go. I didn't even have to do anything. Let's get all our unnecessary tabs out of the way. The one downside to using StreamerBot now with YouTube is I used to get a big connected thing on the middle of the screen. It would remind me if I needed to turn on the application, but now I just have to make a habit of doing so. All right, let's close everything we're not using. Let's just get immersed into the gaming experience, into the realm of Star Wars here. Cool. It's great. And 1, 2, 3. Is that? Boom. We're ready. Kenneth! This should bring back a ton of memories for you. Do you remember this as a child? Do you remember us saving up to get laptops senior year so that we could play the Old Republic. Man, those were the days. I still have my Darth Malgus statue up on my desk. Here, let me grab it real quick. You guys can take a look. It's a little dusty. Seen better days. But there we go. That's him. The Malik ripoff. Did I just hear breaking glass? Was it replaying the Hollow? Stream looks really good on this end as well. Thanks, Panda. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Is it blurry on any of the platforms? Like, are there any problems anywhere? Just let me know. Okay, let me put this guy back. Awesome, awesome. Dude, you let me... That's right! I remember that. Oh. Feels so long ago, yet it's only been a I suppose a decade's a long time now. Sorry, I was trying to bake a cake and drop the pan. Oh, all good, all good. The fact that you're running the stream and baking a cake is all the more impressive. You have a bad feeling about this. Oh, we haven't heard that before. Is this an indication I need to save my game? Your bad feeling is going to be replaced by blinding pain if you don't be quiet. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to hold my tongue and ask what the real problem is.
Don't you feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong real quick.
Really? How do you know that?
You don't survive on the rim as long as I have without knowing when trouble's coming.
Cowardly intuition?
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me. When it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
Are you now? So the basic plan is 2 streams unless you subscribe to their service. That's correct. I initially was going to opt for the monthly. In fact, I might even recommend the monthly if you're still thinking about trying it. But I did the yearly because it saves... you get 4 months free. So I just paid 80 for it. And a special ability. Influence loss. Whatever. Let's just save. Game isn't capturing. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Easy fix for that. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Thank you, Alex. All right, so we just entered the bowels of the ship. We're moving forward to next. We're gonna have any assassins creeping up behind us, just like last time. Sorry, was tinkering and kick. I should have caught. Oh, it's all good. All good, Panda. I should have caught that. You kidding me? I've got a giant screen next to me, and I didn't even notice that the menu didn't change. That's 100% my fault. No worries. Thank you, Alex. I mean, I didn't plan on going too far to Outreach, so maybe I'll just make a kick and just have YouTube and kick, I suppose. If I were to pick 2 platforms, I would say those choices are very smart, Alex. Absolutely. You've already been streaming on YouTube, so you're familiar with how it works. And kick is just like streaming on Twitch. So 100%, I'd say go for it. Oh, here comes the...
To warn you, Jedi. You know not what path you walk.
This battle is mine alone. I am not defenseless.
Alrighty then.
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run. I shall be along shortly.
Or is Rumble better? I haven't done any research into Rumble yet, but I think I will because you mentioned it. And I'll add it because currently I'm at 3 platforms and I could definitely add a 4th. Oh, he can unlock it. Going dark side or good side. I am doing a light side canon build of Mitra Surik. Because in my head, the sequel trilogy does not exist, and Star Wars was at its peak when this game came out. Actually, I lied. That's an exaggeration. Mandalorian was very good. I haven't seen Andor either. I heard Andor was very good. But I'm curious to ask you, chat, and starting with you, Kenneth, what your favorite piece of Star Wars media is, whether it be one of the films, the games, TV series. I'd like to hear your thoughts from anyone who's a Star Wars fan. All right, so Kreia went this way.
Just say the word.
And we're going to have Atten open up this doorway. I'm a little turned around, I'll be completely honest. I'm not sure where we're being led here at the moment. It's been years since I've played this game or remember this particular section, but all I can tell you is
Say the word.
we're most definitely going to get off of this bloody station.
Pure Bazak.
Just got to figure out Restream once I make an actual account on Kick. Restream is very easy. All you do is you make your Restream account and then you sign in to each platform. You go live. Just think of it like this. You're streaming to Restream and then that site distributes it to all the other platforms. The only thing you have to change are the titles, the thumbnails, whatever the platforms ask for on their specific creator dashboard, except Facebook if you decide to stream on Facebook. That one you just do through Restream. It's very easy. Who has higher repair? Me or
Just say
knock
the
off
word.
Han Solo? Skills, computer use. I have 2. He has 3. 0. 11. Okay, we're definitely... I'm going to be the one building the PC here. How many parts do we have, though? 11 computer spikes. I'm going to burn 1 spike just so I can... move. Well, suppose I overthought that. Wasn't that big of a deal. We got a level up out of it. Nice. Let's get our boy leveled up. Sorry, not our boy. Our esteemed gentleman who is assisting us in our endeavor to escape the Paragus mining facility. Oof, no spaces allowed in Kick usernames. Gonna be all smacked together. Oh, you know what you can do? Just do underscores. Do underscores. Yeah. Underscores or periods. All right, this is the way out. I'm gonna go back and explore a little bit, make sure we didn't miss anything. Because I think there's some more goodies that we could be missing out on. Let's check our map. Okay, or maybe I'm wrong. That's the crew quarters. Maintenance workbench. Oh, I see. So Darth Sion entered from behind us. So we can actually just continue down. Here we are. And I believe this is when we discover the Force Bond. Hopefully I didn't lose any items when Kreia decided to stay back. Engine maintenance procedure. So if I'm not mistaken, we're actually going to pass through the fuel lines to get back to the mining facility.
Tell me you're joking. We are not going to cross back into the Paragus facility through the fuel line.
I literally just said it. It's the only way to get around the sealed door and into the hangar where the Ebon Hawk is. The past few hours have been crazy in case you were sleeping. Now keep moving. Okay, I've been trudging on the side of the dark, so I need to course correct here and maintain the playthrough that we aimed for. It's the only way to get around the sealed door and into the hangar where the Ebon Hawk is. Let's keep it matter of fact.
But I know I'm gonna regret this.
I sense you, my master. Faint.
Here we go.
Your senses betray you, as you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so
User
far and
864, thank you so much for the likes.
failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us.
Also, I don't want to hear any complaints about the chat not working. It is working today. I can read it.
All dead, save one, and one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
I'm a little disappointed Kreia wasn't prepared for a full 180 slash.
What's wrong? Are you all right? Damn it! Hold on. It's only a little farther. Don't
If
give
this
up
were a
on me
movie
now.
scene, I think they
What
would have
happened?
put some more finesse into that fight scene. My hand, it felt like it was being dipped in molten carbonite.
Huh? How do you know that?
I think it was through the Force. Let's be real.
Look, if she's in pain, then that pain's buying us time we can't afford to waste. Especially if Sleeps with Vibroblades gets tired of playing with her and decides to use us for practice next.
Okay, so now we're going to pass through the fuel lines. I find it odd that the fuel line leads directly to a platform room.
Droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
I know we ran into the protocol droid earlier. He attacked us too. The Knights of the Old Republic games maintain the same sort of trope that the movies did, where the droids are present in every film, which I think is very cool. Granted, there are only 2 games, but still. Let's level him up. What do you think, chat? Should I be specifically leveling up the abilities of each character? Or
I hear you.
do you think the auto level suffices? Still has his items? Awesome. There's a weird bug with my escape button. Also, he didn't disable the mine. Come on, do your job. Skill too low. Ah, we have the control conduit. Man, that HK-50 really got unlucky with his attempt to shut down our escape here. Oh, we gotta take that guy out first. You should go full on Sith Lord and destroy the ship. And just have no way out. You know what? That might just be a viable plan. I'm considering it. Unless you want something super specific, auto level isn't bad. Yeah, you're probably right. And also, I tend to mix up the lineup of players I bring. Or companions I bring. So I'm not partial to having the same one over and over again for a specific ability. I like to see the variation in interaction and character. Oh, they have grenades too. Interesting.
Let's settle this.
Just making short work of these droids. It's nice to finally have a 3-stack of characters.
Time to even the odds.
He's gonna run right through that. Let's move forward here. These next sections should be pretty easy. In fact, I think we're only 2 or 3 rooms away from getting to the actual ship in the hangar. And Atten just snipes everything. I don't even get a chance to get a hit in there. Good problem to have, I suppose. Let's see, did you learn enough to recover that? No. Shocking. Alright, opening up. Oh, we've got some big boys in here. The Halo Elites. Speaking of which, would any of you guys want to see a Halo Master Chief Collection stream? Or any of the Halo games for that matter? Halo Infinite. Calls my name once in a while. I know it's not the most exciting multiplayer experience, but I kind of miss it. Gotta get that force jump. Absolutely. Gotta finesse on the robots. Alright, let's head upstairs. I do think it's really cool that TikTok can see all of your guys' chats. Even if the reverse isn't true. Shut down emergency field. Well, they made that easy. No effort required. Two more droids up ahead. Let's use our force push. It's effective. Didn't stun for some reason, even though it was a perfect execute.
More where that came from.
Party member down. What was Atten doing? I'm low too. I didn't even realize how low we are on health. I can't use cure. Yeah, because my force powers are too low. But I can drop a... How many do we have? We have 20? Let's pop 2 of those.
More where that came from.
Nice, one shot. How did Atten get back up again? Let's have him toss an ion at the second guy, just because we're already a little bit low and my character has to run back. Oh, never mind. Just got a baseball pitcher's arm.
More where that came from. Just say the word.
Let's give Atten some heals. Is there a more effective way to do this without having to scroll back and forth? I guess the whole point is that
Just say the word.
you don't have to switch characters at all. But you have to switch characters anyway to assign attack, so it's kind of redundant. She physically gives it to him. All right. Mining dock, we're close. We're almost off the station. So we've got 3 of them. Let's get some nades in there. Sonic. And then we'll have him engage with this one.
Everyone down. More where that came from.
I'll probably attempt a test tomorrow with Restream. I just connected my YouTube and Kick to it. Awesome. The only other downside to doing the free version, and this may not be a big deal for you, but it keeps a watermark on your page, on your stream. So I wanted to be able to broadcast without that appearing. Oh, he's going to complain about something.
Sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there, and we can't get to it.
Except for the fact that I conveniently grabbed the power conduit.
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying? How can you even understand that noise?
I'll explain someday when we're not being chased by 100 or more stealth Sith killers. I'm totally on board with that.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
Replace hangar control conduit. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, last stream I asked everyone what their favorite sci-fi movie is. I'm going to continue again along that train of thought. You can either tell me what your favorite sci-fi movie is in general, or more specifically, what is your favorite Star Wars film? I'd like to hear that. Wow, the one shot is so powerful. I love this game. Is your Kick the same as your YouTube? Yes, all the names are the same. Okay, sorry, audio processing issue with my brain. No worries. So fave Star Wars film or sci-fi movie? I remember you saying last time it was The Fifth Element, right? And then you gave me a hard time because I hadn't seen it. Also, while I'm thinking of it, forewarning Panda, I think it would be interesting to try a stream with a voice changer. Nothing obscenely different, but just a slight, maybe robotic intonation or a deeper tone, pitch. Something like that would be kind of cool. With a bit of echo or reverb.
More where that came from. Everyone down. More where that came from.
My character's abilities are all burned out. One shot that guy. Okay, let's check for loot. Then we'll press forward. One of the things I remember about this game is the eco being very broken. Or not the eco, the economy. You could just sell a bunch of things you never use, and suddenly you've maxed out the amount of credits you can hold. Skills. Hey, how's it going, Carmen? You made it. Yes, you're here right on time. How are you doing? Everyone in chat, I want to give a quick shout out to Carmen. She's been hard at work trying to develop her stream. She's also going to be switching platforms, this time on YouTube and Kick. In fact, Carmen, Alex is going to be joining you streaming on Kick as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. All right. Let's do... What do we want to add here? Awareness is 0. I have awareness of 0? Huh. That explains a lot. I'm going to keep improving Persuade. And Repair. Those are the only two that matter for me. Powers. We're a Jedi Consular, right? So we're going to be Force-powered centric. We already have Cure, Valor. I'm not a huge fan of these passives like I've mentioned prior. Wound is dark side. Slow is dark side. We've been running into a lot of droids. I know it's about to come to an end, but disabled droid will be pretty useful in these next few encounters. Awesome. I am on Kick, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook right now. Yes. Yeah, were you able to read Panda's message from Kick? Well, I should already know. Demir confirmed it. Quick shout out again to Panda for doing the moderation on every single channel. Hopefully as more people join the various platforms, they can moderate. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. See if we can recover. Doubtful. Yes. But we can at least disable it. Awesome. Sounds good. I have to send you a page, Carmen. So the relay mode doesn't work with every platform, but it does. Oh, that's amazing. It can connect between droids in close proximity. I love that. That's amazing. I'm already loving how my character is panning out.
Just say the word.
Let's have
Say the word.
Atten lead the way since he's ranged. That way Mitra can just follow up into the melee attacks. What are T3's abilities? I haven't checked that. Computer use 16. Okay, that's going to be very useful. 14 and 14 versus mine, which are 13 and 2. Yes, we're going to opt to use T3. I have a funny for y'all. Let's hear it, Panda. Yeah, the second upgrade of Force Lightning and Stun Droid Chains. I forgot about that. That is so awesome. All right. Reroute main system. Destroy the console. No, let's not do that. Let's be conscientious about how we distribute these parts here. Let's use a part for that. Access remote camera controls. This is the decontamination area. It costs 4 to do that. Attempt to shut them down. Let's open decontamination. Failure. Procedure still in effect. I see. So I can use spikes or I can destroy the console. I have 6 spikes. So I could do that. Is it worth it? I probably get extra XP for it. So would be worth it. Let's do it. So now system has been deactivated. We're good. We don't have to destroy the console, thankfully. Nicholas told all the staff at both doctors' offices that he's a pro gamer, a YouTube guest star on a podcast, and will be releasing a film and starting his own gaming channel. Panda, this sounds like something I would say at the doctor's office. I'm so proud of him. That's fantastic. I love that so much. Carmen, is your kick the same as her kick should be the same. Should be dang Carmen. All right, Atten, you've been replaced. T3 can do all of the heavy lifting for you. Just hang out on the ship from now on. We're close, guys. We're right outside the Ebon Hawk. Let's save. We still have some droids set up in here. So we'll do one last bit of exploration before we get off this rock. Droid stabilization subroutines. Very nice. Sorry, I thought I saw something crawling on me. It's just the strap of my shoulder piece. I'm still working on a few things, but my plan is Monday, Wednesday, stream, and Sunday. Monday through Wednesday, so you'll stream 4 days a week, Carmen? Or do you mean Monday, Wednesday, Sunday? All right. We're about to enter the one and only first-person shooter section of the entire game, so I'm looking forward to putting all those Counter-Strike skills to work. Enter.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Awesome. Okay. Why do Sith troopers suddenly show up? Is the real question. The sensitivity on this thing is so weird. Never mind, I take back what I said about CSGO skills. Are these supposed to be Darth Scions, men? Because I didn't see these guys one single time. Also, can we just quickly appreciate how cool the Sith troopers look? I would love to cosplay as one of these guys. You can't even hit them while they're moving.
All right, let's get out of here.
Nice, we got all of them. And we got an achievement. Kreia is magically on the bridge of the ship. Talk about narrative convenience right there.
There is no time. We must leave.
Sunday will be like a special group stream between Rome and I. I'm really looking forward to that, Carmen. Let me know when you want to discuss the first one and sort of plan out a track for making it happen. And I'm ready for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Your aiming is worse than Stormtrooper. Well, I suppose it's accurate since I'm in Star Wars.
Somebody shut that trash compactor.
If my aim is as bad as Stormtrooper, I suppose we shouldn't talk about your aim, Carmen. We wouldn't even want to go down that rabbit hole. That Reddit abyss. Keep as much distance between... I see. So we have the option of either destroying the asteroids to create a chain reaction or simply try to escape. Let's just keep as much distance.
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Now either they hit us.
What's wrong with my aim?
An asteroid and make the whole field go nowhere.
Where do I begin? Can we jump into hyperspace? Do your best to keep your distance. We'll get you out of this yet. I just, Carmen, your aim is fine. It just needs a little work. That's all. Just needs some technique. Your perfect aim needs some minor adjustments and it'll be even more perfect. That's all I'm trying to say, you know?
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
That wasn't much of a choice that you offered, T3. I'm sorry. I didn't understand a word you said.
Hold on. This is gonna get a little rocky.
All right, so they ended up shooting the asteroids. I'm surprised that explosion didn't take out the Harbinger right then and there. It was right next to it. It was a pretty L move on the part of Scion. What's up, Ezekiel? How are you doing? Good to see you, man.
Well, now that we just killed a planet,
Guess who bought
maybe one of you can tell me
$200
what's going
worth
on.
of
Green
lightsabers?
assassin droids, a Sith Lord that
I'm
looks
guessing
like
that
a
means we're not going to be able to go on our
and
paintball
being
trip.
Target practice for a Republic warship. I was better off in my cell.
You got to post some pictures of them in the Discord. I want to see what they look like,
It
Zeke.
was seized on its
Did you go to
own.
Disneyland to get those, or did you get them online?
Sought you, Jedi.
The Harbinger was on its way to Telos? Why was I on board and on my way to Telos is the real question. I still don't understand that part of the narrative here.
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including
We going.
ours.
We're going. If Zeke says it, it's happening. Honestly, I'm really excited if we can get everyone on board. College
And where
and
the
high
Harbinger
school
was
on the
found
paintball
before
field.
our unfortunate encounter
That'll be
with
the day.
Argus.
That would be a blast. I got him at N Sabers. Okay. That's pretty cool. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Are you going to use them for cosplays? Are you going to use them for combat? What's the plan? As you know, I was on board the Harbinger.
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me.
It has to be before the
Sith
28th or
law
after
was
July
enabled,
15th.
Just as we made the
I can do
jump from
either
space
or,
to fire
probably.
us,
It just
you
depends on
destroyed
everyone's
the
availability.
Hawk.
Because I'm going to be running summer camp around those times that you specify, so that works out perfectly. Combat and cosplay. Nice. I'm going to see those lightsaber battle TikToks. Looking forward to it. That brings me to another question, chat, that I want to ask you guys. Do you have a convention that you enjoy going to or that you've been to in the past and was a really good experience? I'll say personally, I have been to
True,
Star Wars Celebration
but as one trained in the
back in
Force,
2012.
you know that true coincidence
And it was an
is
incredible moment because George Lucas had a surprise appearance there at one of the panels I was watching. So, very, very special moment. Dragon Con. There we go. MomoCon. What is MomoCon, Panda? I'm not familiar with that one. You have mentioned Dragon Con before, though. Conjuration Con. Panda's the con expert over here. How come I don't remember any of this?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you
Actually, I
unconscious.
do
Though your
know why
thoughts
I
were
don't remember
faint,
this,
I was
because
still able to find
HK50 decided to
you
give
in
me
one of the
an
causes.
insane dose of medicine that knocked me out. Anime Week Atlanta. If you need any of your con needs met, you should hit up Panda because she is a veteran of these events.
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
What is this guy saying? He says he repaired the ship and got us to Paragus.
Repaired this ship. My eye. Next thing you know, it's going to claim credit for saving our skins. If that little
I mean,
noise
it technically
repaired the ship
did.
once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on. Get.
Poor guy.
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
I love conventions, even though I have horrible social anxiety. I feel safe and seen at cons. I totally understand that. It is a different kind of atmosphere when you're at a con such as I went to a smaller anime con with my cousin. It was Anime Convention Anaheim, which I have a YouTube on. I just remembered. That was a lot of fun. And you are surrounded with a different atmosphere of people who are not so quick to judge you for the things that you love and enjoy, which I think is really awesome. But I was exiled from the Jedi Order.
Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
Last of the Jedi, that can't be true.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle.
So for any who need to be brought up to speed as to what's happening in the story here, the Sith have come after me, the main character of this story, because they believe that she is the last of the Jedi. And there are currently 3 major Sith Lords that are vying for power. I can say who 2 of them are. And one of them we just encountered on the Harbinger, on the mining facility that we just escaped. The other one, which is one of my favorite Sith Lords in all of Star Wars, Darth Nihilus, we will see later. I actually dressed up as him for Halloween at Bosco, believe it or not. You'd probably find that funny, Zeke. What about the Jedi on Dantooine and Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still in reverence to the fallen Jedi and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall and the civil war that followed.
If any survivors still live, we need to warn them.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
You guys ever notice that in these conflicts, the Jedi are always on the brink of extinction, the Republic is on the brink of collapse, and the Sith are about to be triumphant throughout the galaxy, no matter how many times they're defeated at the end of each film?
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope
We?
to triumph against them.
You're the one that wanted
Stop
me to help you
being
get off the
weapons,
station. I don't know what this guy's
allies,
complaining about now.
and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
Speaking of cons, this is a little bit of a different atmosphere, kind of a parallel atmosphere. Is anyone a fan of music festivals or raves or events like that? Because in some ways, I feel like EDC encompassed the same atmosphere as going to a con where people were, granted, a little rowdier, but very welcoming all the same. And I had a positive experience, at least at the very first one. Kind of wears off after episode 2 and 3 of your experience there, but it was pretty good. They have a quintillion dollar budget. Yeah, I don't know what these guys are doing. They're burning cash left and right. If these Sith threaten me, then they die. That sounds like such a Emperor Palpatine response. The Mandalorian Wars were my choice.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price, and in the end you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
I have nothing to lose now. How bad could it be? Only the Sith will pay the price. If I do not try, then we have lost anyway. Yoda would disapprove, but in this universe, Yoda hasn't been born yet, so it doesn't matter.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn.
Beans.
Long enough, and my wound.
Very much so.
If you have
Crazy
other
Pancake,
questions,
how's it
find
going?
me in the crew quarters.
With the
There
burger
we will
profile
speak
picture.
more.
Excellent.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
AJ, good to see you. Not a rave, but I've been to concerts, and honestly, they are so welcoming, and it's nice to be around others who have the same interests while being in various walks of life. You know what that makes me think about, AJ? Because that is so true, that the online equivalent to that is a Discord server. I feel so at home when I see people interacting on Discord specifically, because it's set up to operate as a community. I was so happy. It kind of warmed my heart to see you and Spidey having the conversation that you're having in the general chat, and like, you know, me just being completely uninvolved in it and being able to foster that was such an awesome thing. So yes, absolutely, concerts will have that same effect. Speaking of which, I will be going to a John Williams concert in the near future. She seems well enough for someone who just lost her hand.
We're on autopilot until we hit
I think
Telos.
we'll be good.
Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger
But
needs
yes,
help.
John Williams will be a lot of fun, I think. In fact, one of the events will be specifically music from Return of the Jedi. So that'll be really cool. A droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think, what makes you say that?
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that.
I completely
pain
forgot that she just lost her hand right now. She is pretty tough for that. I'll go check on her then. There we go. More light side points, which means we'll get better modifiers as we continue. And appropriately enough, Kreia is set up in the same room that Bastila was in the prior game.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
Is there anything I can do?
This wound is a physical thing and will fade with time. It was necessary. Some things may only be learned from sacrifice.
Well, what did she learn from this sacrifice?
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
Seems to me you need to learn to listen. It's very tempting. If we travel together, then we need to work together. I agree.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Then teach me to shut out your pain. Next time it could be worse. The pain I felt.
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
Anyone wanting to better themselves, I'll always see what I can do to help. Glad to see people take initiative in life. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that's not as common as you might think, but it is very valuable. And that perspective that you're sharing is admirable to add on to it. So we're very glad to have you. I am. In the same way that when you play Star Wars or Mass Effect, you develop a group of companions that all work together. That's what I want the Discord to feel like. A bunch of companions that work together. More extreme. I felt like my hand was dipped in molten carbonite.
Then the sensation you would feel
So,
upon my death
in the
would be
next
less
2 weeks, the
than that,
lightsaber
and
should
much
come.
quicker.
Awesome. How many did you get, Zeke? Remind me. Quicker? Would it have killed? Would it have been lethal?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
What can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk. But at your age, you could die at any moment, especially considering the way you act. God, whoever wrote the dark side dialogue options they were onto something.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each
I
other
regret
from
having to
pain.
answer in this way.
I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
I got 2, one for my brother and one for me. Nice. Those have to be nice then. Alex has been joining our gaming sessions and even stayed on and played with my fiance and her friends. It was cool to see someone play with them as well and get along so well. Yeah, Alex is the coolest, man. Real quick plug again. I mentioned Carmen's channels earlier on Kick and YouTube, but Alex is considering streaming on YouTube and Kick as well, adding that to the list of options. So make sure you go and support his channel. Because he is a really cool dude, and I love hopping on Siege with him. It's a very chill session in the few times that we run it. How could this bond have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Force chain special ability. When either of you uses a force power on yourself, the other gains the benefit of as well.
A powerful technique
I see.
indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
There's a reason I use that emote, always chilling. It's too bad I can't see the YouTube emotes in the restream chat. All I see is the code, so it just says -chillwcat, -chillwcat. You know how it goes. LOL, Lacuzler. Yeah, he's been here. He's been here for a minute. He has to be. This is one of his games. We did a cooperative, so to speak, stream of this game where we commentated over the gameplay. It has its drawbacks. I need to know more about the Sith that are hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split? What happened with the Jedi Order? There's so many things that happen during the multiple points of amnesia my character experiences.
Yes.
Incapacitation.
Civil War is not the first one of its kind.
Alira, hi. How are you?
Civil War
Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday.
It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like
The
fire.
Kreia connection buff is pretty good if you have her learn all the
Revan
buffs.
tasted it, as Malak
That
did.
is a really smart point, because in this game, companions will automatically apply buffs even if you're not playing as them. It's very smart. And then all get to reap the benefits. Hatred for the Jedi Order burns. Revan tasting it. Of course, the references. So these Sith continue the crusade. They seem different, I want to say.
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage.
Whereas Malak was
in
seeking
silence and shadow.
domination
They
over
serve
the
for
entire
darkness,
galaxy.
hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
I see. It's the monk version of the Sith. Less power hungry and more focused on total domination in a different sense. I've never seen Sith assassins like those on the Harbinger.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness
Have her on
lies to
Jedi
the
support and she'll
evidence
automatically use
those
most of the buffs,
Sith assassins
which in turn
who
also
sense
get
their
applied
prey
to you.
through the Force. It is like a hunger.
Right, and I
They
equip that
feed
through
and grow
the
stronger.
bottom
They are near
functions.
Force sensitives. The stronger
Copy.
their prey is in the Force,
That's
the
smart.
deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes.
There are
Or the
quite a
light
few
of their
quality of life
masters.
updates in
The
this
stronger
game
you
that
grow,
make it
the more will come.
so much more fun to play than the original, and the fact that you don't have to make characters use their abilities individually or manually. They'll just do it, which I think is incredibly effective. The other questions I wish to ask you.
Ask, and I will answer.
What are we curious about? Need to know more about the Sith. We already asked that. I could feel the Force again on Paragus.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
It was like a whisper at the edge of hearing.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought.
I still don't understand how the Jedi are capable of removing one's ability to use the Force. Wait, the Jedi did this to me? This feels like a weird lapse in the story where it should be obvious that we know the Jedi did this to us. How could you say you don't believe it?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
Oh, the Jedi didn't explain what they did at the council meeting.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep.
That's very odd.
Unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment. Then there must be a way to reverse what they did. Well, that's obvious. Seems like it's already happening.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of...
If I remember right, it takes multiple Jedi to cut one off from the Force.
Slim thing at best.
Or the user themselves have to cut themselves from it. But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps
It's not explained very well how it's done. And now it probably no longer exists as a real ability within the context of Star Wars.
Train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
You train me? You can barely stand. I'm not going to say that. I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that.
Kreia is very smart.
Survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become.
It's not about trying to impress the teacher. It's about actually improving and learning. The true application of it, not the idea of looking like you did a good job. Do not honor me, Jedi. I would welcome whatever aid you offer. I accept you as my teacher for now. I have no use for mentors. Leave me be.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
It's very tempting to keep Kreia as a constant companion all the time. Disney killing all the lore. I know. And they act as though there was no source material to work with when expanding the universe, when there was quite literally an expanded universe to work with. I think I have one more question.
And I will answer.
What do we need to do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
There must be some place we can go.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Onward to Telos.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
Atten isn't so bad. Just, well, maybe he is. He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first and his allies next.
Influence gained, Kreia. Influence lost, Kreia. I have to wrap my head around that one. I'm surprised how quickly we leveled up again. We can start improving our strength a little bit since we will have a lightsaber. Wisdom. Oh, I only have 1 point. Interesting. What's the recommendation? Wisdom, of course. Computer use, awareness. Just gonna do my 2 favorite. Be a one-trick pony. You've not spent... Let's do... We'll put that one into awareness. I think it's still even usually when you go up and down on influence, it'll tell you the net gain on which side got more. I see. Battle meditation. The only reason I want this is because it was the central story element in the first game. I'll give that to Kreia. She can use battle meditation. Dominate mind. We're going to master all the mind tricks in this playthrough. Let's check on T3, see how he's doing. Mulling him around the ship. It's a nice dubstep remix. Can you please stop moving around? It's hard to find you. Suffering damage. How much? Cooper, how's it going? Welcome. So you've lost a lot of programs in your behavior core in addition to the damage to your frame. Interesting. It makes it kind of silly that you can learn battle meditation since it kind of invalidates Bastila being the super special Jedi. I had the exact same thought, Alex. She was the only one that could use it. But then the developers decided, this would be a really neat mechanic to implement fully going forward. So, totally got you. It's Trippy's friend Chicken Man. Oh, welcome. Thanks for joining the Discord, dude. How are you doing on this little gloomy Tuesday? Actually, the sun decided to come out. How's your Tuesday going? I'm sure you'll gain your skill back. I'm glad to have you along. Yeah, if we can fix the droid to run optimally. I'd like to use flamethrowers and laser beams and snipers. I might be able to upgrade your core memory. Looks like you're in need of some routine maintenance. I know I'm better skilled at that. Influence failure. What do you mean credentials? Because the game takes place not too long after the first game, I think. It's only a couple years. So yes, it does invalidate that point that she had special abilities. Alright, I'm going to do some flips in a minute. Haven't really done anything today. When you say flips, do you mean like actual flips such as back flips and front flips? Or do you do knife flipping like Trippy does? Can you upgrade an item for me? Okay, I don't need anything else. I did gain its influence though, which is good. We can see the engine is still under repair. somehow. I don't know who built the scaffolding. It just magically appeared. Both. Awesome. It's great to hear, Cooper. I'm surprised you don't do any of my parkour classes. You'd probably have a really good time in that. Can we open this finally? Aha! The one and only. Older and more corroded than the one encountered on Paragus. Its power core still carries a charge, but a number of critical parts appear to be missing. It looks as if the droid is missing 4 critical components: the processor, chassis, control cluster, and vocabulator. I just learned how to do a backflip on air track a couple days ago. Oh, that's sick. Well, if you ever get a chance, I would love to see a clip on the Discord of you doing a backflip. That's really cool, dude. I remember when I first got my backflip about 11 years ago, 10 or 11 years ago. It was the most gratifying feeling. It's one of the few moves that I never had someone teach me. I just watched videos. I went into a foam pit and I tried it over and over again until I felt confident landing it on the ground. And it feels so good to be able to do regularly. In fact, it's probably my most comfortable move at this point. So congrats, man. That's really awesome. We have the vocabulator. Let's go ahead and try using it. Installed. Great. It's going to be a while before we find every other item, but that's okay. We're off to a good start. I think we can move forward here. I don't know what else we're going to do. I am, however, going to unequip all my items because I don't know if we'll lose any in the security check. I can always put them back on later and reassess which ones actually will help me with combat and whatnot. Astrogation system is currently locked down. Do we just talk to Aden? How do we move forward here?
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
For someone without much to say, she sure says a lot.
Yeah,
this
to
is
you,
true.
maybe. I don't usually hear much beyond fool and imbecile. She's lucky she's a Jedi.
I saw you're working on
Someone
fools
would've
on the
killed
vlog.
her
That's
years ago.
correct. Yes.
I mean, how old do you
I
think?
technically have them,
She may have been
but
good-looking once.
you would
Some
understand
hard
this
living to
since
make
you do
creases
flips.
like that.
It's like you can have a move, but you can't do it anywhere at any time. You can't just wake up in the morning and throw it. That's how I feel about backflips. That's not how I feel about full twists. So my goal is I want to work on a full twist until I can land it on flat all the time. It's just a matter of jumping over that mental hurdle. I've definitely done it outside and I've done it in various places, but it always takes a certain level of confidence in order to pull it off. You don't, but you pick them up afterwards. Okay. She must have been good looking once. I wonder if anyone has done artwork of what Kreia looked like as a young gal. That would be interesting to see. You must have taken a blaster hit when I wasn't looking.
Yeah. Her face looks like it was plowed by crazed Ord Mantell farmers. Don't tell me you were too distracted by her personality to notice.
That's rough. Let's focus on getting to Telos.
Whoa, all right. Don't get mad at me. Hey, I didn't ask her to stay behind and get her hand cut off, okay? I mean, I appreciate what she did and all, but
Yeah, that's how
she can stand
backflips
the
are
way
for me.
off
You'll get them
something, you know?
eventually. Like, okay, so one of the most pivotal moments for me, Cooper, when I was learning backflips is I would do them over and over in the gym, right? And that was no big deal. I could do them in the foam pit, do them on the floor, do them without a mat, whatever. Eventually you have that confidence. And then I did them on grass. That was pretty scary. The grass was scary, but after I did 10 or so, I thought, okay, I can do this pretty easily. And then I remember one night getting out of the gym. Everyone had gone home. I was waiting for my ride for my parents to come pick me up. It was probably about 10 p.m. And I stood there. I took a deep breath and I thought, this is the moment. I can do this. And I did a standing back tuck in the parking lot out there by myself. And then I just practiced every day. I sort of crossed that mental hurdle of, if I can do it here, I can do it anywhere. And then I started doing from height and things like that. But that's a whole different thing. Once you have it down on any surface, that starts to change. I've never done a full twist on concrete. So getting empathy for you is like squeezing water from a stone. That's very poetic.
Oh yeah? Well, how much water you get from a stone depends what planet you're on, sister.
Okay, you didn't have to take it literally. Chill, dude. Just keep on piloting this crate. Are we still on course for Telos?
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Paragus had logged in their
Probably,
aggregation
but probably
charts.
also
Well,
art. We
if
don't
Paragus was dead, then Telos
want to
is
see.
dying while they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before
Generate on
You
the
can check
that
our course
AI
on the galaxy map if you
thing.
want.
You want me to generate some images right now? We can do that real quick. We can take a quick break. I mean, it's going to take some time for us to get to our destination anyway, so why not?
Oh, no. Look, I respect your privacy. I mean, when have I ever asked you any questions? I mean, besides that one.
What did you mean about the galaxy map not being much
Well,
use?
the astrogation system is voice printed and locked down, but that T3 unit is doubling as the astrogation system. You can try to plot a course, but without that T3 unit to perform the calculations, you'd probably plow us into a star. As long as he doesn't steal the ship, we should be all right.
Who voice printed the astrogation system? Why would someone lock the astrogation system? Let's ask about the assassin droid.
Not much. Except sounds like it was after you. As far as I'm concerned, you handled that pretty well. No more droid, no more problem.
What makes droids go crazy like that?
Yeah, well, you got me there. Look, droids, I don't trust them. That one we fought, some of them are built like that. Others just, well, break. In the head. Sometimes conflicting orders cause it. Give a droid too much data or tell it to do something it can't do, it'll crack their behavior module in half. Others just don't get memory wipes and they start going crazy.
As we cut to T3 wandering around the
Speaking of
ship.
which, I think that little trash compactor's long overdue. Trust me, droids were made to break. And most of all, they're predictable and stupid.
Wow, this guy really doesn't like droids.
So, what happened?
What happened with what?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
Shoot, I forgot the canon color of the lightsaber.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
Single.
Huh. Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Both the blade and the crystal were unique. It's been so long. I can barely remember what it used to feel like, much less look like.
Yeah? Unique how?
What color was her lightsaber? Hang on. I gotta check. 3-7 to browse. Mitra Surik lightsaber. First lightsaber. Did she have multiple? Sometime before the Mandalorian Wars, during the war, she would use it against the Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders conquering the galaxy. What did it look like? During Atris's battle with the Exile, it was planned she would use the Exile's first lightsaber against her, claiming it not hers to wield anymore. The lightsaber is customizable through a discussion. A cyan blade. I don't know which one's which. What's the personal blue-bladed lightsaber during and after the Dark Wars? This is her second lightsaber, though. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to say green because Mitra Surik surrendered lightsaber on Pinterest. That's what it looked like? What was the color of the blade, though? Okay. Carmen, I'll humor you right now. Let's generate some stuff. Does anyone have any prompts they want me to throw in? If not, I will think of some on my own. But give me some ideas for an AI you'd want to see. Or an AI image, should specify. The journey. This is the last thing I was working on. I was thinking of designs for the helmet, and then I was working on this for my stream. Gotta find the Canon lightsaber. Okay. Let's do imagine a lightsaber with a golden beam crafted with a deep, translucent diamond blue hilt. Let's make this a close-up. Close-up of lightsaber. A whale shark with a laser on its head. You got it. Imagine a whale shark with a laser on its head. Oh, this is interesting. This isn't a lightsaber at all, but it still might look pretty cool. Is this completed? Yes. Whoa. It's very tactile. And I love the texture on this one here. That's super cool. We also have pandas. It didn't really do the laser though. Let's try re-rolling that and see if that generates it. Actually, while it's re-rolling, I'm going to do a more specific version of that. We're going to say a whale shark with a bright red laser beam shooting from an apparatus attached to its head. And then this shark, I think it put the beams inside the shark. If you look at this right one, you see the blue is shooting out. That's kind of pretty, actually. A medieval Jedi that is also a dragon. I could make a sonic screwdriver cosplay from that design. Let's try the Jedi one. Imagine a I give you props for spelling medieval correctly. I always struggle with this one, even as an English whiz. Is also a dragon. Wow, it really does not want to do the laser beam except sort of in this one. It has it attached to the back, but the beam is shooting away and then reflecting back and hitting it on the head. Very, very curious. Oh, while that's loading, are you guys familiar with these creatures from Star Wars? They're one of my favorite. I was so happy when they showcased it in The Mandalorian, because before it was only available in KOTOR, right? You could fight one, and that's what it looked like. It was a literal dragon that existed in the Star Wars universe on Tatooine. Oh, someone put a crate dragon and a rancor on Dancewing. That's pretty great. Crate dragon pearl. Yep. And then in The Mandalorian, you have the scene of the Tusken Raider grabbing the pearl. I feel like that scene is heavily referenced from KOTOR because you can also have a non-violent interaction with the Sand People on Tatooine. I think it's very cool. And then you have the movie version, which has multiple limbs, it looks like. Setting up a giant bowcaster. That's super sick. Okay, let's check out our Jedi dragon here. How'd that come out? Whoa. Surprisingly good. Granted, he has a sword instead of a lightsaber, but with a little Photoshop work, you could probably change that. It reminds me of the Argonians from the Elder Scrolls, if anything. Curious to see the result. Lilo and Stitch in Rainbow Six Siege. Oh my gosh. It's probably not going to recognize the specifics, but we'll give it a shot and see if it works. Imagine Lilo and Stitch in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to do that one, and I'm going to do imagine Lilo and Stitch as Rainbow Six Siege operators. I mean, I think the dragons were just hunted down to extinction. Are you talking about the crate dragons in Star Wars? Also, did you check the Starfield Direct? Starfield Direct. I'm blanking right now on what that is. This actually I mean, it's Lilo and Stitch inspired. I wouldn't say it's specifically them, but that's pretty funny. Look at this one. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of what's his face's ability in Valorant. There's the little creatures that can plant the diffuser the spike. Space Fallout that is getting released soon. Let's watch a trailer right now. Starfield Direct. There we go. So we have Angry Joe impressions. Let's watch the gameplay trailer first, and then we'll do the event.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. The wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
Oh, this is made by Bethesda. We're already off to a good start here. Yeah, if anyone wants inspiration from Midjourney, highly recommend it. It's great as a creator for coming up with images and tools. Is this kind of reminiscent of Star Citizen? That's the vibe I'm getting right now.
You're part of Constellation now.
Constellation.
Our family.
It does look Fallout-esque. Like there is some dereliction happening in some of these environments.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
This looks great. This looks like a callback to
These artifacts could be
2000s, 2010s RPGs, but with the
great secret the
modern
universe is
reskin.
asking us to unravel. Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
Yeah, I already like it. I can feel how it plays just from those couple moments they flashed of combat.
Will change humanity forever. This is where we belong.
This looks really cool. This looks like a solid, not overhyped game. Maybe it will be overhyped. It comes out September of this year? Fully customizable ship. Space combat is more in depth than just shoot the other ship since you manage your power output on different systems of your ship. That's awesome.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over
My man is still at it. Todd Howard, no longer a member of the chess club,
to all of you.
but making
The Elder Scrolls
amazing games.
We love creating these
Okay, let's get to the
wonderful
gameplay.
them.
I love you, Todd, but we gotta move on here. We get this show on the road.
Start-
Anyone excited for any upcoming movie releases? I'm excited for Dune Part 2.
a Bethesda RPG
That's really the only one on the radar for me at the moment. What about you, Panda, or anyone else in chat?
world
Any movies?
with that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's
Ooh,
not just
I'm
one,
getting next-gen Mass Effect vibes from this.
it's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not
Wow,
ours,
this
it's
is-
yours.
This is really exciting.
And it wasn't until now
I had no idea about this game.
to create it. From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance.
Hang on. Let's be real, chat. If I get this game, 1, I'm not streaming it, and 2, I will no longer have a job. Any job. I will be a full hanger-on, living at home, doing nothing but complaining about the fact that I didn't collect enough space lilies in the deserts of Araucaria or whatever planets you're going to get to travel to. Right? You guys thought this would be a stream? Oh no. This is me time. This is all going to be me time. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'll come back to the gameplay. I just want to see what that is. This is based on a book that you've been reading? Dystopian action adventure novel by Suzanne Collins. Oh, it's a prequel to the Hunger Games. Oh, that's cool. When does the movie come out? This year. Hunter Schafer's in it. Peter Dinklage. Jason Schwartzman. Those are the people I recognize. Viola Davis I recognize too. That's pretty cool. I'm playing KOTOR on Switch right now. Nice. How's it going, Will? Thanks for coming through. Oh, Panda. Okay, can you test this out for me real quick when you get a chance, Panda? If you go to manage restream from the website, you should get a chat with everything, and it will allow you to moderate directly from there. Because I'm clicking on people's names now. I could block people if I want to. I can put them in timeout and do all kinds of things. This is great. The options are limited depending on the platform, but you can use it. Played 2 years ago on PC. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played. Back in 2011 was when I played the Old Republic. Those were the days.
The people and creatures that live in these worlds.
Y'all have a good one. I'm going to get some stuff from the store and then get on the computer to code. Good luck, AJ. Always a pleasure to have you in chat. Take care, and I'll see you in the Discord. Hopefully we'll get on some Siege soon. This game is not really streamable since it's gigantic. If it's actually got that many planets. Wouldn't that make it more streamable technically? Like you'd have more content to work with? The story of President Snow as an older teen, young adult, and the 10th Hunger Games. I see. Try Jedi Survivor yet? Not yet. I still need to get through Fallen Order. I started playing it on the hardest difficulty, so that's why I haven't made any progress. And there's just so many games I have in my library. But Survivor looks, well, both games been great. What?
Do a mission and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
That's how you get resources? That's way more satisfying than going around and clicking on things or scanning for things. Okay, you can slide. You do more damage with headshots. It doesn't take 5 million bullets to take out one enemy. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Dropped him, just like that. With the pistol. 2 shots with the pistol. Me all day with the silencer. Stealth kills. I really hope they show some stealth gameplay here. I'm gonna be skulking around. Everything Fallen Order lacks, Survivor added. What were some features that you didn't have in Fallen Order that you were glad to see in Survivor? Will. Someone at the door? How does this chime keep going off? Wait. I missed that. So you can customize your items.
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of.
Will I get to persuade people like I could in Oblivion and jump 50 feet high?
To food, we just obsess over the details, and food, we obsess over food.
That's really cool.
When you're done exploring, you can walk back.
The textures on that food didn't look too great, but you know what? I'll give it a pass.
Companions and crew you can take with you.
Dismember. That's true. There was none in the first one.
And he can even say,
okay.
Let's head out.
Pretty satisfying to play then.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language.
This is going to get everyone. Everyone's going to be excited to travel to Mars now after this game releases. More combo versatility between your different lightsaber styles and force powers. I need to beat the first game so I can graduate and move on to the next one. Jumping high is easy. Some planets have different. True. But on Earth, because I'm level 200 acrobatics, I can jump as high as I want. You know, just saying. I'll just have to get to jump 200 feet higher when I'm on Arrakis versus Earth versus Moon. Actually, do I get to land on Jupiter here? Even though there's nothing to land on? No way.
You can view all the planets in the system.
This is so simple and common sense, the way it's set up.
Versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further.
This looks great.
Systems in this part of the galaxy. Here you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones.
Wow.
Now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri.
And it affects fuel consumption and
of New Atlantis.
Alpha Centauri. That was in a Dark Trap album I listened to. I'm really glad you showed me this, Alex. I didn't know about this game at all, and it looks pretty insane. New Atlantis. Are there any melee abilities in this game? Can you wield a sword or a laser sword or a high-tech knife?
Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
Okay, one of the things I'm concerned about, especially with these newer games as they get bigger and bigger, are they going to be so vast that you spend 90% of your time traveling and not actually partaking in a quest? You know what I'm saying? Melee is a thing and you can punch too. Sick. That's awesome.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war.
I really hope they have diversified character models so that everyone looks
going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
when he said that, I just got flashbacks of Oblivion. Todd Howard explaining how everyone had such a unique schedule in Oblivion and they would interact with one another, and you would see a character walk up to another and go, "Hello. Greetings. I don't like you. I'm sorry. Have a good day. Be seeing you. Hello. That's not funny. Have a good day." Anyone who played back then, you guys will know what I'm talking about. I think in this game's case, the jump drive is pretty much the main way to travel. Okay. So I won't get unicorns, or I can't just B-hop. That's unfortunate, but I can work with that.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
I'm getting a little bit of a Destiny vibe as well. Not a lot. Just in some of the texture aesthetics of the buildings. Actually, it's kind of just that one door. I don't know what I'm talking about.
They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of
Maybe you'll be able to tame the creatures in the planets.
The artifacts are so different, so alien.
Will I be able to shoot my bow and arrow while B-hopping?
The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god, look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got
Voice acting is... yeah. I can excuse that, though, because it's a pretty huge game. And if it's anything like other Bethesda games, you're not going to have tons and tons of interactions with the same people, so it's not that big of a deal.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
Zero gravity arrows in spaceflight. You literally, like, you draw it back.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and and adventures for you to uncover.
And it's still just floating here in front of me. You have to upgrade your perks in order to be able to do that. Uh-oh. Are we going to fight the Reapers?
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space.
I'm guessing this is all single player, right, Alex? Probably better that way. That's the case. I mean, a co-op element would be kind of cool. But it also might be game-breaking. I'm sure there might be a mod for it as well.
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies.
Whoa.
The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems.
I'm pretty excited about this game all of a sudden.
This is Freestar Collective Space.
They're really selling me on it.
The capital of the Freestar Collective.
So we've got the Wild West version.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
Some cyberpunk vibes as well. Well, if you want another... No. No. That's not what I said. I definitely do not want another Fallout 76. I never played that game, and I never plan on it.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
Is this the Illuminati?
Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
Red Mile, is that the big corporation? How many factions are going to be in this game? Jesus.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Dude, this looks insane. I'm looking forward to this. I could sit here and watch the whole thing, but I think I'd rather do so off stream. We'll get a few more minutes of gameplay in before we call it. We're already 2:14 in. So we'll see if we can land on Telos and continue our adventure. 3-7 to endgame. Oops, lost it. Here's a hot question for you. Why do so many post-apocalyptic games movies take place in Southern California? It's the same as the question, why do so many superhero movies take place in New York? Are you asking for a lore-centric answer to it or the practical answer? Because to be quite honest, I don't know the answer to the first one, and I haven't a clue. But for the second one, I imagine one, because it's easier to film locally, so to speak, and two, it's because those locations are more iconic, more recognizable, hit closer to home with an audience member who's seen that visual over and over again. That's really the best explanation I can give. Because desert is easy to make, right? After all that, what did we decide on? Viridian blade. Silver. Hold up. What is Viridian? What? That's actually kind of... I'm going to go with that. We're playing as a consular, right? Let's do a slight light green color.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now.
What is love?
Might make those Sith think
Baby,
twice before
don't
coming after
hurt
us.
me. Wait a sec. Restream said that? Panda, are you acting as God in the chat? That's great. Were you able to see all those moderation tools? That's amazing. Oh my God, that means that you and I could pose as the bot. That's so cool. I love that. And it looks like it went to Facebook and YouTube, but not Kick. Again, that comes down to what they're actually implementing on each platform. So, oh, I'm excited for when it starts to improve. Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Make those Sith think twice. Absolutely. I think having it would just drive them to hunt me harder. It's true.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Okay. I thought I unequipped that. I guess not. Telos, Paragus. Let's go back to Paragus, can we? Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why they even displayed on the map. I can smell you. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, Panda. The primary thing we can set up in the chats are timers, right? They have to be done individually for each platform, which is fine. That shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if bot activities are still a thing, like loyalty points and what have you, but I'll look into it. I'm glad we did this stream today so I can test out everything and see what's working and what's not.
Please remain where you are. Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion, uh-oh. Here comes the welcoming party.
Oh, off to a great start as usual.
So don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant Gren, Telos Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
I think about Predator 2, Terminator, Cyberpunk, Fallout, Escape from LA. Right, and they all take place in the same area. Also, it might be geographically easier to map out a cool city in those areas, or yeah, I'm trying to think of a different, like a desert setting. I think of Assassin's Creed Origins. Granted, you could make up whatever you want in that respect. I don't know. That is a really good question, Will. We didn't have anything to do with that.
You haven't been formally charged, but you will be placed under house arrest pending the results of our investigation. Due to the nature of the investigation, I have no specific timetable to offer you. In the meantime, your ship and any droids will have to be given over for safekeeping.
That's fantastic. I already love this planet.
Yes, that includes you. You are a droid, so you will be detained. In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
You don't have any evidence.
You are the only witnesses of the mining facility's destruction. Thus, it is necessary for us to keep you under surveillance until we have a better idea of what happened.
Will I be able to get my gear back? I refuse to go along with this.
Look around you. Even if you manage to overcome all of us, Bay Control could simply open the MagCon field and shoot you into space. So, let's not do this the hard way. Good. My men will relieve you of any arms and armor. Please follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
Yep. Who's gonna tell him? And here comes a thief. Conveniently, that no one is watching on the webcam.
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in Residential Module 082.
Great.
As I said, this is only temporary while other arrangements are made. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to bear with us until then. I've many matters to tend to. Your questions will have to wait.
This is insane. Imagine
Well,
coming
we
to a
might be
planet
here
just to
for a
get
while.
imprisoned
Might as
for
well get
no reason. Came to the office and no one is here. Can keep watching the stream though. Nice. Let's go.
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi. I must admit, I'm a little disappointed.
Who does this guy think he is? Let me out of this cage and we'll see how disappointed you are.
Doubtful, though at least it appears you have some spirit. The exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the exchange.
You bounty
Are
hunters
you
couldn't
now?
even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive.
What is up
I
with this
doubt
guy's
anyone will
voice?
care as long as I bring them your corpse.
We're in a TSF station. How do you expect to get away with this?
The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you. By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place.
I will be far from this place. I don't wish to fight you.
Easier for me then. Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Hey, leave her alone. You want to fight? Then try me, if you've got the...
Never
You have
forget
goaded me once, and you shall not do so
that
twice.
somehow
I shall dispose of all of you eventually.
Palpatine returned.
An old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi, and no match to my...
Ah! Ah, it's so beyond infuriating. Force push. We're gonna blast him with everything right now. Critical strike. Oh. Shock or fear. Fear.
Yes.
And no one used any of the abilities I assigned.
Yes.
Say the word.
The security cameras... What? What's going on here?
One man
Quick! Call a medic!
with weapons
All right,
bested
Jedi.
3
I
people
want you to
fighting
back
hand to
up
hand.
slowly. And
Granted, they had
into
telekinetic
the
powers,
force
but we're not going to
cage.
talk about that.
Cooperate, and we won't have to gun you down.
Come on, Lieutenant. They've already killed...
Brilliant bounty hunter.
Who is that? Is that Batu Rem?
Impressive. You allowed an assassin to infiltrate your ranks.
Rem's no assassin.
Batu Rem is on leave. He shouldn't even be on the station. This man isn't him.
Insane. I'm glad someone noticed that only after he tried to kill me. How did he manage to sneak in? That's how I want to know.
That's something we're going to have to look into. I can tell you that it can't have been easy.
Great. That's reassuring.
We've arranged for an apartment in residential module 082. You'll stay there under house arrest until our investigation of the Paragra's matter is complete. You'll be under TSF protection. I'll personally clear any visitors to your quarters, and we'll investigate this incident. To the
Quite reassuring. I'm not as protected in their own police station than I would be in my apartment on house arrest. Fantastic.
Officer, get Lieutenant Yima a report of this incident. She'll look into this. The rest of you come with me. We'll escort you to the apartment in 082 immediately. These will
Soon
serve
to
as
be
your
nap
quarters for the
time
duration
here.
of your house arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. Again, I'll clear any visitors. There won't be another incident.
But just to be on the safe side, why don't you leave us a blaster or two?
Of course not. How long will I be here?
I can't say. We have a ship examining what's left of the Paragus facility now, so your stay might be brief. We'll keep you informed.
Now, this is a step up from a force cage, at least.
If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you. Let's go.
We've reached a point in time where the technology in Star Wars is more outdated than the technology in real life.
What do you think the TSF is going to find at Paragus? That could bring the Sith... You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
We cannot stay in any one place too long, but our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
Speaking of which, meditation. Highly recommend. I've been laxed on it recently, but I might do some today after the stream just to get back in the swing. I'm going to kneel down in true Sith fashion. Panda, thank you so much for the share on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Actually, I'm curious, are there any moderation tools I can use for YouTube on my phone? Checking right. I can see the live stream. Oh! Wait, are those... Panda, did you send stars? Panda, thank you so much. Well, this is good to know because the stars should be popping up as notifications. The Facebook alerts are here. They're set up. I don't know why they're not appearing. Thank you. I'm going to like that real quick. You are the best. Sent 99 stars. It might be on a delay. You never know. Huge shout out to Panda for not only moderating the stream, but also the generosity that you've shown on the broadcast. Watch, in 10 minutes it'll show. After I end the stream, the notification will appear. That's annoying. Okay, let's rest. As I was saying, meditation is very good. Wait, I kind of like that. That's how Dune tech felt. Futuristic, but felt analog. I think there was an intent... Well, Star Wars came out at a certain time where they didn't anticipate how tech would develop. But Dune is intentional because of the fact that they don't want to allow the use of AI or computers, because there was a huge rebellion that took place in the Dune universe. Sokalinu, TSF officer.
Excuse me, you have a caller. Moza, representing the Ithorian planet restoration interests on Telos. Lieutenant Gren's cleared him if you'd like to
Fantastic.
speak with him.
I'm already getting mail ads on a planet I just landed on.
He says he wishes to speak with you on behalf of Chodo Habat. That's all he will say.
Fine.
Very well. I'll let him in now.
Hey, Moza, I've come to see you on behalf of Chodo Habat. What does Chodo want? Restoration project? No, please explain. Surface of Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War a few years ago. Citadel uses energy fields to see off portions of the planet's surface, generate control weather. Once the weather is in a zone is stabilized, new animal plant life is introduced. So their plan is to introduce new wildlife to the planet. And for anyone who's not familiar with the story, this planet that we're on right now, Telos, was attacked by the Sith. Darth Malak fired a barrage of artillery at every part of the planet until it was essentially a giant pile of rubble, which destroyed the cities, destroyed the ecosystem, everything. And so these Ithorians are working to bring life back to the planet, as it were. So they're trying to stabilize the weather pattern so that they can get it to work. He's going to meditate and pray to Gaga. How'd you know about that? What? Let's see. What troubles have you got? Yes, go on. Ithorians are well known as ecologists and agricultural engineers. The Stelosian government. I didn't have time to read that. Purify and reseed small portions. Station grew. First Republic offered. So Zerka, which is a large corporation, received access to a large portion of the planet's security sector. And now they are bidding to take over the restoration project, which on the surface may not seem like a bad idea, but if you know anything about Zerka, they're not the most savory characters in the Star Wars universe. How is Zerka harming it? Wrestler control a number of restoration. They began to deteriorate within weeks. I don't see why it would be in Zerka's best interest to let it deteriorate. So this quest line never made sense. Why would Zerka do this? I wonder that myself. What is one of the largest want with the restoration contracts? Unrestricted access to Telos surface. Even we can land only at our established landing sites. But what good does that do you on a dead planet? How did they take the zones? Legal loopholes, purchase political favors, strong-arm tactics, and sabotage. So they're straight-up mobsters. They're like the exchange. How could I help? So their leader is a force wielder. Thinks I can heal, but he'll heal me in return. He must know about the connection loss in the force.
Perhaps Choda Habat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so.
It offers... If this offer of mutual aid interests you, please go to the Ithorian compound here. I'm surprised Kreia would rebuke this, considering if Chodo was perceptive enough to recognize that a Jedi arrived with a special connection to the Force. I feel like he should be paid a little more attention to. Order the Garble. They're mobsters. Yeah, they really are. I'll consider it. Bro crosses the street like someone crossing traffic in LA, jaywalking. Let's rest. Who is calling again? B4D4 Zerka Corporation. How convenient.
Good day. I am B4D4.
Oh, I didn't have the decency to show up at my door.
Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch.
Just realized it's 10. It is 10. I just realized it's 7. I'm gonna wrap this up after this this bedtime sequence. What does she want?
Sorry, but I do not know. I only heard administrative assistant. May I put you through?
I suppose.
Thank you. I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call. As my assistant no doubt informed you, I am Jana Lorso.
Her tattoos are HD now. Before, I remember them being super blurry. Why are you calling?
I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats.
Imposed guilt? I don't recall him threatening me.
Oh, and I suppose he didn't mention the exchange, helping you with any problems here? In other words, the Ithorians won't lead the exchange to you if you work with them.
No.
Well, no matter. My apologies. I never intended to waste your time discussing Ithorians.
I don't know why she would open with that, considering it's way out of character for Thorians to even engage in that sort of conversation.
I believe you're a person of influence. Someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit.
It's a very colorful insult.
I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself.
I love the gaudy statues on the left and right.
Please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive.
I don't know. Half these droids don't know which way to step. How are the Ithorians in the way of things? What sort of work are we talking about?
I'd rather discuss that in person. I'll be more than happy to answer any and all questions when you visit our offices.
Couldn't send your representative to my door?
Excellent. Good luck with that messy investigation, and I hope to see you shortly.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately.
It's so weird because Atten in some ways is right. Like, we're in a rush. But I don't know from who. I don't know if the Sith even know we're located here. It's just kind of discombobulating. Phasmophobia is now coming to the Xbox Series SX, PlayStation 5, and PSVR with a release date of August 2023. And is it going to be crossplay, Panda? Does this mean Jesse can play with us now? You beat me to the question. All right, meditation to Gaga. Here we go. Please, no more phone calls.
Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge.
The years required.
Served in the war. Well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force.
Fantastic. That means we will get to play with Jesse. I'm looking forward to it.
Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability. For a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
She has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that she turned away from war, did all that she could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this. And we
that is a rather harsh perspective, but she's right, in my opinion.
I've come to inform you that the Telosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated...
Oh, thank God, so we're getting out of here finally.
As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
So, to Krea's point, that is the exact reason when I started playing paintball, I did not allow myself to purchase any improved gear until I myself was competent as a player. Because as Krea describes, having a heavy reliance on an object like a lightsaber or the Force in some ways cripples you because you now have to have that thing. Because now, when it's taken away, you no longer have the fortitude to solve the issue using other assets. And conflict and battle does strengthen you in a way. That's why it's so important to go out into life and take on real challenges, things that make you uncomfortable, because it helps you improve as a person. It's counterintuitive because you want to put people in situations where they feel comfortable and at home and safe, as it were. But You have to balance it with saying it's good to go out there and accumulate some bruises and scrapes and wounds, because those are the things that will teach you the real lessons of becoming a formidable individual. All right, so we're released. Is this what I'm hearing? Why is the Republic sending a ship? How long will I have to stay?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Is the Ebon Hawk still impounded?
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station in Entertainment Module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk. The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
What about my T3 droid?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
So they're allowing us to roam around the station, but we still can't technically leave.
We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off the station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost.
I would hold off, Panda. I would see if it's a game he'll actually play with us. Actually, what am I talking about? We're going to force him to play, so it makes no difference either way. We're all going to run it. Got to sign all those paper forms. Oh, my favorite. Absolutely love it. You know that from experience?
Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal.
Shady. What do you think, Kreia?
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
We need a ship. Why don't we ask the Republic for help against the Sith? It's worth a try, I suppose.
The Republic? They can't even properly fund and manage a space station.
Very
let
true.
alone fight an enemy as cunning and ruthless as the Sith. Even if somebody believed us,
Get
the
away from
Republic
those
won't be any
debtors.
help. Believe me,
The
I know.
things we
Only the Jedi
have
kept
to
the
deal
Sith
with.
back last time around.
Death and taxes, as it were.
Whatever we do, we should move quickly.
Have a good night, Panda. Thank you again for your help. I'm actually going to be wrapping up here as well. Be gentle with yourself. Great stream today. Thank you. Many, many thanks. Due in large part to your assistance. So I'm going to save the game here and wrap up as well. (3-7) to camera. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you that tuned in on my first restream stream on YouTube, Kick, TikTok, and Facebook, I appreciate you guys. I think we had a little bit of participation in all of them, except maybe Kick. I think Kick was Panda primarily. And then we even had Restream playing the Hand of God speaking to us. So thank you, Restream. Again, as always, I appreciate you guys endlessly for the community that we've cultivated through our Discord and various channels that we're using. And I look forward to the next broadcast, which will likely be a shooter. I'm thinking of doing Siege again now that the season is officially over for high school and college. So look for a CSGO, Siege, or Valorant stream coming up in the near future. And some exciting streams planned with Dane Carmen as she sets up her channels. So great things coming up in the works. As Morgan Freeman, yes, absolutely. And another big shout out to Panda for moderating and for the 99 stars over on Facebook. Thank you. I'm going to look into why some of those notifications weren't working and hopefully have a solution next time that happens. In fact, what if I do this right now? I go to Facebook alerts and I hit refresh. Does that do anything? No, looks like notification's not playing. In any case, we'll get it sorted. I got to get my setup moved before we can do another stream, but I'll try to get that done before Saturday. So it played the like. Well, we know the likes are working. We need to get the stars set up as well. So I'll look into that. Have a fantastic night. Be gentle with yourselves. And don't be afraid to take on that new challenge that you've set for yourself. In the words of Kreia, take care. Much love. I'll see you in the next one. Got to get everyone set with Parsec. Absolutely. You got it. Talk to you soon, Alex. See you later.